Hi guys, thank you for joining me for another planty video. I have here my son.
Hi, my name's River. I have a channel. It's called FNAF Gaming.
And he is going to be helping me today. He's my helper for today, and I have a video for beginners for Caretips and how to repot. And I will be repotting this beautiful lemon syngonium.
Amazing.
And I'm not exactly sure about the name. I got her off of a local seller, and I found this beautiful gem for only, ready, $5. That's right. It was a steal, and I'm very happy to have her. And so we will be going over the dirt mediums that I will be using to repot. And you can actually use this kind of soil for any common houseplants. And yeah, so let's just get into it. I will be using, actually already have my soil here. I haven't mixed it yet. I have some coco coir, which is very light and airy. And you can use that or whatever you have at home. I actually had this available, and then I have some organic soil. That way it gives the plant some minerals and also some more perlite, which is also helpful for the roots to get lots of air between waterings. And I also added a little bit of pumice. This one you don't really need to put it in there. I just happen to have some. It is a little harder to find if you want to use it. The actual big chains of like Lowe's and Home Depot don't really carry it. So this one I found at a smaller nursery, a local nursery. But if you have some perlite, it's fine. And that way your roots can get lots of air between waterings. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this potting mix medium for the plant. And before I do that, I just want to say that, normally you know when to repot your plants when, well, the rule of thumb is normally they want you to do it right before like summer, just because that's when the plants start thriving. Or they also say it's good to do it when you see the roots coming out. And for instance, this big girl, you guys can see. Let me show you. See, there's a little root there. And I have more roots here coming out. So I haven't repotted her since I got in her because she seemed to be doing well. But now it looks like she has a little bit of browning on her tips. I don't know if you can see that. And those are actually signs if your plant is struggling. So I want to give her a better chance by giving her more dirt because she is ready to be repotted. I didn't want to wait till the summer. I know it's against the rules, but if you do see that your plant is struggling like this girl, then I do recommend you do that. That way she can have a better chance. And she is still pushing out, even though her roots are coming out. She has a lot of growth here, and that's another reason I want to, you guys can see all these little guys. That's another reason I want to repot her. So it's important that you do help your plants. They don't get all the nutrients. You actually do have to constantly give them new dirt if it's necessary. You can also add worm castings if you have that available, just to give it a little bit more. It's like a slow release minerals between watering, so you can add that as well, but it's not necessary. Or you can also help it by fertilizing her. You just put that in the water, and you can do that once a month. So let's go ahead and start mixing the dirt. You guys can use, you know, whatever spatulas you have available. I like to actually do this by hand.
Ew, that's nice.
Yeah, it feels really nice. It's actually very fun. Do you want to try it, River?
Yeah.
You put your sleeves up. And you just toss it around. Yeah, make sure you mix it good.
Oh, it feels so good. Mixing cake.
Yeah, let's make sure we get all of this area in there too. Just swish it. Move it around.
It looks like a cake, but it's not a cake.
It looks like a cake.
It's not a cake.
A brownie cake?
Yeah, it's not a cake. Just dirt.
Yeah, it's a dirt mud pie. Okay. And so it's looking good now. And just to let you know a little bit about the soil mediums, the perlite is actually a little bit more of a fluffy material. The perlite and the pumice are both volcanic materials. And the perlite is actually just fluffy. The only thing with pumice, over time between the waterings, they tend to break apart. So, or they might float up from the soil. And it is good to have a little bit of pumice in there because this is a little bit more of a airy rock. It actually has like little holes in between, so when you water it, it tends to absorb the water and it sits in place. So this one actually doesn't really float up to the surface. So it's good to just have it on hand if you can, but if you can't find it, it's okay. I know with Corona it's a little hard to find things right now. But like I said, it's not necessary. So there it is. The soil is nice and mixed thanks to my little helper, River.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this pot. It's just a little bit wider. I'm not sure if it's actually going to fit. I hope that it does. So let's see how that works. So I'm just gonna set it down and kind of squeeze the sides of the pot to get it out. Okay, here we go. I've been wanting to do this since I got her, but I did not want to disturb her. Oh yeah, and here it is, guys.
Whoa!
Let me show
That's so
you
cool.
all those beautiful roots that she has
I still
coming
see
in.
some roots. It's still
Oh.
amazing. Uh-oh, it fell.
I'm gonna show you guys. You see all those roots on the bottom? Those are the ones that are coming out from the pot. So I'm gonna set her down here and start filling up the other pot that we're gonna put her in. I believe this is just like an inch bigger. This is like maybe 7, and this is probably like an 8-inch. So it's just about an inch bigger. I would have given her maybe like a 9-inch pot, just because that way I don't have to be repotting her again. She does seem like a fast grower, and hopefully this will work for her. So let's see. You want to help her here?
Mm-hmm.
Set her down. Okay, keep going. So we're gonna fill the pot about like 3 inches. Okay, I think that's enough for now. 3 inches. So we still have room in there to. Normally, I don't like to take off the dirt. That way, I don't disturb her and her roots. So let's see how this. She's sticking out a little bit. I don't know if that's. I don't think that's gonna work. So I did have another pot handy. It's a little bit much bigger than that, but it's a little bit way bigger than that. I think this is like a 10-inch. So I might just need to go with this. I just won't fill it up all the way. Another thing is when you're repotting, make sure that you don't get too big of a pot, because then that might waterlog your plants, and you don't want your roots sitting in water. So again, it is important to put other soil mediums in your soil so that it's well draining when you water them, and that way all the water seeps out when you do that. So I'm just going to pour that back in here because I do not want to be disturbing her probably for another, hopefully 2 years or year, depending on how much she grows. Do you want to throw more in here, River?
Mm-hmm.
I should get you a little cup, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's okay. Ooh, we might not have enough dirt, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I need to make a little more. So let's see, let's keep going. This one, there's a little bit more room, so we're gonna put about 3 inches on the bottom. Okay, so that's good. So now let's try again one more time to put her back in here.
If we fill.
There, that's perfect. So we'll just probably fill it up to the stem here, up to here, up to the stems. And she'll still have another inch or so left. Actually like 2 more inches. So in case she outgrows this pot, I can still reuse it and just give her more dirt. So let's go ahead and fill her up.
Mm-hmm.
And syngoniums are just, let me talk a little bit of plants that I would recommend for beginners. I really like syngoniums because they're great for beginners. This one actually sits about 2 feet away from the window, so she is sitting on a north window, which does get a lot of sun, direct sun, and she seems to love it. She sits there for maybe like a few hours in the morning. She'll get some sun, direct sun, and that's where she seems to be loving it. She used to be like against the wall, so you can see she's kind of facing that way, which is the direction where the window is. And so it is important to rotate your plants so that you can get a more fuller foliage. And it seems to be working. She's slowly heading this way. You can see some of the leaves are moving a little bit. So just make sure that you rotate them as well. This one, actually, I let her dry out between waterings. She doesn't seem to mind. But you know, obviously it's not recommended. That way they don't take too much energy we don't take too much energy away from her. So, you know, usually you should just wait till the top 2 inches of the soil to see if they're dry, and then you should water it. I just tend to, I have a lot more plants, and I do tend to forget sometimes to water her, which is not good. That's not recommended. But, you know, I love this plant in general, and, you know, I do have other syngoniums, but they're the same care. They don't seem to mind if you miss a watering. If they do miss a watering, they still seem to, you know, be very good. Other plants that I do recommend for, so, okay, so let me just put in the rest here. There's a little bit left. So
if you want to see more, leave a comment below.
Yes, just like River said, he's really good at reminding me to say things because I'll forget in between the video, and then it'll be over and I'll forget to mention that. So please subscribe if you are enjoying this video.
And hit the notification bell so we can notify you to upload another video.
Yes, thank you, River. So here she is. Thank you, River. You did a really awesome job. And she is going to be much happier now that she has more dirt on her roots. And so I'm just going to set her aside here. Other plants that I do recommend is golden pothos. This girl, I actually had, this is one of my first plants when I started getting into plants. This is a perfect example for drought tolerant also. Like right now she's bone dry. She has no water at all. I actually need to water her. You can see the dirt is just like literally dry. Yeah. But she's still very healthy and very green. These are also can take direct sun, or it could take low to medium light. These are, you know, they thrive anywhere. So it's very hard to kill one. So don't worry if you're trying to start off. A golden pothos is a very good plant for that. What else do we have, River, back there? Okay, so River's handing me a peperonia. This is another plant that is drought tolerant. She's not very fussy or needy. I actually water her maybe like every 2 weeks also, just like these other girls. And she doesn't seem to mind if I miss a watering as well. She'll sit on dry dirt, and then when I notice, you know, her dirt, I'll go and water them until the water. I'm a heavy waterer, so I'll usually water them until I see the water fall out, and then I'll put her aside. And another plant that we have is this beautiful Valentine Anglonemia. She was actually gifted to me by someone that couldn't take care of her, so I was very lucky to come into this plant. I love her variegation, her pink variegation, and this one is also very easy, low maintenance if you want to get into plants. Look how beautiful she is. I love it. She has the new leaf up here. It's a little bit more white than the other ones. But she's probably about a foot also away from a north facing window. All of these plants are. And they love it. They love to have direct sunlight, and they don't mind if you underwater it. And she seems to be liking that so far, so why change it, right? But you know, normally if you want, and you just make sure you check the top 2 inches of the soil, and then you know that you need to water it. And the next one we have is this beautiful dump cane, and that's what it's called. I know I don't like the name, but that's what it's called.
It's kind of lame.
She is actually another plant that I was gifted by someone. I personally, I would have never gotten her, but I'm glad that I did, because you know, she also has pretty leaves, pretty variegation, and she loves direct sun as well. I've actually taken some cuttings from her, so I have 3 of them now, which I'm very happy. She's also very low maintenance, so it helps me take care of my other plants in between. And yeah, this is another good plant for beginners. And then I have 2 other plants, which is right behind River here. This is a snake plant. This is a golden flame snake plant. This is a cactus-like. And this one also is great for beginners. Right now she's very dry. For cactuses, you don't need to be watering them so oftenly because they hold water in their leaves. They're very thick. They feel really nice. Yeah, and she has very beautiful. There's different kinds of snake plants. I actually got a plant, and it came with another one, and I actually gifted that to my sister. So they are very beautiful and very easy to take care of. And these, you probably just need to water them like twice a month. They don't really need that much water. For cactuses, you do have to watch out because, you know, if you water them too much, then you can kill them. So it's better to just wait till the soil is dry, and then you'll want to wait probably like another week to water it. So yeah, maybe just twice a month just to be safe so you don't kill it. And then last but not least, I have this beautiful, this is another plant that was gifted to me by someone that couldn't take care of it. And it's my fiddle tree.
Yay!
I'm very lucky to have come upon this plant. It's very funny because the stem is actually curling. It's going sideways, so it's kind of hard to get in the angle, but it goes up, and then it goes sideways like this, like a U kind of. But this guy also, they love direct sunlight. They love to be in front of a window. This one, since I have too many plants, I really can't get it next to a window.
That's true.
So I have it about 3-4 feet away from the window, and it's still thriving. It loves it, and I also kind of wait too long to water it, and sometimes it dries out between waterings. But normally, you know, it's better that you do the 2 inches, check the soil, and if it's dry, then go ahead and water it. You don't have to wait till it dries out like me. It's hard for me to keep tracks of my other plants that I have. So yeah, so these are all the plants that I do recommend for beginners. This is my first video for the year, so I just want to take a moment to say Happy New Year's to everybody, and I hope everyone's doing well in this hard times. And yeah, I hope this year's better for everybody. And I hope that these Caretips help you in your planty journey. So please don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.
If you want to check out my channel, go check it out.
What's your channel? What's the name?
FNAF Gaming.
FNAF Gaming?
Yeah, where I make plush videos.
Yeah, so if you want to check that out, what is the name again?
FNAF Gaming.
How do you spell that?
FNIF Gaming.
Okay, guys, so if you're into that, go ahead and check my son's channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you next time.
Bye-bye.